Reverend clergy, Mayor Perez, distinguished and honored guests, and survivors. It's been about a year since I saw most of you here at this location. I'd like to say welcome back, but perhaps it's better to say that allow me to just cut to the chase. There are so many things that could be said at this point in time. I'm grateful to all of you for all that you have done, for your courage, for your compassion, for your contributions, not only the 700 plus individuals who contributed financially to the building of this monument, but also to the countless numbers of individuals who took it upon themselves to get past the emotional hurdles that we all had to clear in making a contribution of their time, effort, and energy. 11 years ago, in the auditorium of that building, the Fred DeWitt School, we had the 50th anniversary ceremony of the circus fire. And during that time period, at least at the conclusion of the ceremony, I do recall saying something along the lines of, our hearts will always be with the survivors. I think this day proves that statement to be true. Foremost among the individuals during that time period, during the 50th anniversary, an individual who made the placement of this plaque possible. Many of you, according to the employees of this building, have been here to take a look at this plaque. It served in place of the monument for 11 years, and it reads, "In loving memory of those who perished on this location, 50 years ago, July 6, 1944, and with heartfelt condolences to their survivors. From the members of the Hartford Fire Department, July 6, 1994, John R. Vendetta, Fire Chief." It didn't seem appropriate to leave this in its place, but the only thing I could think to do was to give it to the individual who helped inspire many of us to remember those who perished on this location and their survivors. If you would please, I'd like for retired Chief Vendetta to please approach the lectern for a moment. Chief. Chief, I know this is unexpected, but I did want to thank you for coming back out of your retirement to be here, and thank you. It was a privilege and an honor to serve as one of your subordinates, and many people don't realize this because this is the type of person who just doesn't like a lot of credit, but for me, the building of this monument began with your assistance, and thank you for all that you did for the fire department. So thank you. Thank you all very much.
If we'd all give one more thank you to Chief Charles Teale and Kathy Spadabasto. I know they have done so much, as well as City Treasurer Kathleen Palm. I know she's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and we're honored to have had them come and ask us to help today, but they have really been working tirelessly on this, and this would not be possible without all of them, so we want to thank them.
There are also several committee members who worked diligently to make this memorial a reality, and here today is one of those members, Don Massey.
Good afternoon. This is not my time to speak, but it is my distinct honor to step before you today to let you know that we have an unexpected and actually quite beautiful surprise to share with you. The Ringling Circus, as it exists today, is carrying on a long-standing American entertainment tradition. And rather than listen to me, I would like to offer to you a gentleman who represents Feld Entertainment. This will be the first time that the circus and the city have shared space for this purpose. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you Jean-Paul Gauthier.
Hello and good afternoon. Former Governor Weicker and First Lady Weicker, Mayor Perez, Don Massey, Kathy Bastow, Rick Davey, and members of the Hartford Circus Fire Memorial Foundation Committee, the National Heritage Foundation, Chief Teale and members of the Hartford Fire Department, and citizens of Greater Hartford. Thank you for inviting me to be here today with you, the official dedication of the Hartford Circus Fire Memorial. Today, 61 years after the historic tragedy which forever linked this great city of Hartford and Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey Circus, we remember and honor the precious lives lost and impacted by the fire, and celebrate the countless acts of bravery, compassion, and kindness which have spanned across a generation and inspired the creation of this beautiful memorial. I thought I would share with you another recent example of how this event continues to inspire, educate, and impact people young and old. I recently received an email from our Educational Outreach Department. It was about some remarkable drama club students at the Ellington High School. They were asked to research and write a play on the circus fire and its survivors. Rather than rely on historical writings, however, these students are confronting this tragedy by exploring it firsthand, connecting with and learning from the older generations, discovering the strength of the human spirit, and learning how to cope with loss, lessons that will serve them well for the rest of their lives and those they touch with their play. It is a significant project that speaks directly to the ability of entertainment to educate audiences and have real emotional value. And I'm hopeful that my team and I will be able to come back to Hartford and see the play when it's here in November. Yes, this magnificent memorial should encourage us all to reflect and gain strength from the incredible vitality and indomitable spirit of both the Hartford community and the circus family, each of whom picked themselves up after this tragedy and gave all they had to be able to carry on and endure. And so, on behalf of Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey, I'm pleased to join with the Hartford Circus Fire Memorial Foundation, the National Heritage Foundation, the Hartford Fire Department, and the citizens, you of Greater Hartford, to dedicate this memorial as a lasting tribute to the victims and survivors of the fire. Thank you, and God bless.
One more distinct honor, if you'll allow me. First, I'll turn off myself. With all the things I had to do, please forgive me for that. I forgot to turn it off. More than 20 years ago, when my wife and I lived in New York and we didn't have any children, I was in a very different business, and it was my pleasure to get to know some of the best musicians in the world and participate in studio experiences with them. And you have, although you didn't know it, been listening to one of those musicians today in our pre-ceremony music. But if you will turn your attention now toward the school, you will see that there is a string unit comprised of local musicians who have extraordinary talent. And there is a tall gentleman standing near them whose name is Darryl Tukes. I am proud to introduce Darryl as a national recording artist on tour with Sting last year, but standing alone in his own right with exceptional talent. And you need not hear another word from me. I introduce to you my friend, my brother, Darryl Tukes.